So there's another piece of fundamentals that I'd like to share with you called bandhas. I talked about it in our very first video when we talked about hand activation, that we have these energetic locks in the body that help trap energy and move it upwards. Rather than letting all the energy move out, we're taking energy and we're lifting it up. The theory being that the ascension of energy up through the crown of the head is what's going to lead to enlightenment and the liberation of your soul, and also to the cleansing of your body and your organs. If we go back to like the origins of yoga philosophy. Drum roll, please. It's not that interesting. Is arm rotation. Specifically, external rotation. So, sit up tall with me and take your arms out to the sides and just kind of leave them neutral with your thumbs pointing. Sit up tall with me and take your arms out to the sides and just kind of leave them neutral with your thumbs pointing out. Okay, so this is arguably neutral arm. So let's find internal rotation. For internal rotation, you're going to turn your thumb down. And notice how the arm bone is rotating internally in the shoulder socket. Now, external rotation is the opposite. So you're going to take the thumbs and turn them up and open. Yeah? Let's do that again. Internal and external. And one more time. Internal and external. So this is your external rotation. Keep this. Take your arms up over your head. Okay? It feels awkward. It feels like you want to high-five the wall behind you. It feels like your pinky fingers are coming towards one another. And what this external rotation creates, secretly, this is your arms in downward dog. This is your arms in any kind of extended side angle pose. The arm is doing the same thing. This rotation of the arm serves to create space in the neck and shoulder. Watch my arm. If I were to internally rotate, look at how close the shoulder comes to the ear. It causes a little bit of impingement. It's just the way that the muscles pull the head of the, I can't speak today. Pull the head of the arm bone into the shoulder socket. And then watch if I do it the other way. If I externally rotate and I turn my pinky fingers in, look at that. It drops down and you end up with all of the space in the shoulder. So again, if I were to internally rotate, no space. When I externally rotate, you get all this space. Right? So this is the rotation of the arms that you're going for. If at any point you're confused, you take your arms out, you turn your palm up. External rotation is an invitation of fresh energy, of possibilities, of love, of whatever it is that you're seeking into your life. So you get to turn your palms up to receive. Yeah? With those palms up, swing, take the arms up overhead, out to the side, externally rotate, bring them up overhead, and then let's flip the palms up like you're doing handstands. And for a second, keep your arms up, but pull your shoulder blades down your back. Just notice. It's like, okay, yeah, I can do it, but it feels like kind of stuck, to me anyway. And then do the opposite. Your arms are up. See if you can elevate your shoulder blades more, and push up. Push up like you're trying to lift the ceiling away from the four walls of the room that you're in. Good, and then let that release back down to neutral. Neutral is still elevated, by the way. And then again, push up. It's like your arms are getting longer out of the shoulder sockets. Good. Inhale to release. Exhale, push up. 3 more. Inhale, release. Exhale, push up. 1 more. Inhale, release. Exhale, push up. If you have tight shoulders, your arm might get somewhere about here, maybe even somewhere about here. And then in order to get the arm above your ear or above your shoulder, you're going to need to compensate with your core, by letting everything go, and then you're gonna have to backtrack it. So the first test of your shoulder mobility and shoulder flexibility is to take your arms overhead and see how far you can go without compensating, right? And just kind of see where things stop. There's no good or bad. There's no judgment. We're just seeing where we're at. If you're very open in the shoulders, you'll probably be able to take your arm even further back behind your ear. And you could do this in front of the mirror so you can really see. And in reality, you know if you're flexible and you know through books if you don't have blocks. But what you're going to do is bring the tips of your elbows onto the blocks. Now, if your blocks are made out of stacked over your heels, your butt is going to be stacked over your knees. And then palms together, just start to press your chest down towards the floor. And you'll notice that it's mostly my triceps that are on the block. It's not the tips of the elbows, right? And you can bring your palms towards your neck, or you can bring them out in front. Just take a few moments and notice, if this is really easy for you, if your chest is coming towards the floor without any issue, then you probably get to work on shoulder strengthening. If you get here and you're like, oh my goodness, I feel so many feels, then it's most probably shoulder flexibility that you get to focus on. Now this is also a nice place for us to train the banana back, getting rid of the banana back. So wherever you are, allow your spine to arch, allow your chest to come down towards the floor, let your belly go, let your tailbone point up. This is banana back. And take a breath in. And as you breathe out, do the opposite. Start to point your tailbone back, hug your front ribs in and towards your pubic bone. And you might notice that your chest has come away from the floor. But now the stretch is way more in your shoulders, less in your upper back. We're going to do that 4 times. As you breathe in, allow the front body to splay down towards the floor. As you breathe out, cinch it all together, tailbone back, front ribs in. Oh, yeah. 3 more times, breathing in. And breathing out. Good. 2 more. And out. Good. Last time. And out. Hold your core in. You might even start shaking a little. Keep pointing that tailbone down. Front ribs in. 3 breaths right into the shoulders.
Rip, come on.
you might stay with that for a couple of breaths. You might bend into this standing leg and take a couple of hops. And your hops might be small. Maybe you will hop your feet all the way up to the wall. Now I like to flex my feet or point my toes, but wake up those legs so they're super active. And then notice the back bend that I've got here. This is the banana back. We don't want banana, right? So hug the front ribs in, zip the tailbone up towards the ceiling, and then maybe float one leg off the wall. And then maybe float the other leg off the wall. But the work is to zip the inner thighs together, press the ground away, leg. Try to keep your pelvis neutral, so not like this, right? Neutral legs, think warrior 3. And then maybe you bring one foot to the wall and the other heel to your butt. And once the one foot hits the wall, maybe the other foot joins it. That's another way to try it. And I'll show you one final way to try it with the feet bent. Different ways are going to work for different people on different. But it's just smaller. There's less of a lever. There's less weight to carry you. Or less weight to carry, I should say. So you can stay with this, or you can walk a leg up, and then another leg up, and breathe. And then maybe play with removing the feet. And we'll start to walk your feet up. Right, and you'll notice I'm not in an L shape, I'm in a bit of a diagonal, and that's okay. I'm gonna take one leg off and start to reach this leg for the center of the room. Right, so you'll notice I'm not going for straight up and down, I'm actually using this leg as a lever. And as this leg pulls overhead, it might allow the other leg to come off the wall. And then eventually, you can work towards bringing the leg.